And then they're telling everybody it's fine? It's fine. Vinyl chloride, when you burn it, goes into the fucking atmosphere, bonds with water, and turns into acid rain. Acid rain. Shit, I thought Captain Planet handled all the acid rain already. And then they're talking about how out here the train company says it's fine. I'm not listening to the fucking train company. I'm on the other side of the fucking place. I live on the opposite side of Pennsylvania from this, but I'm still in America. Part of America is now covered in acid rain from an exploding train, and this is from the same fucking train company that made sure that the workers couldn't fucking strike. And they were like, all these workers want more money. And
these aren't storm clouds. This is the fucking shit. The fucking shit that burned off in East Palestine. This is not fucking storm clouds.
Day 2 of whatever is happening to me, it's now spread to my eyes, lips, and ears, and my whole face is so swollen and itchy. Going to the doctor Monday.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and all glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that tells us truth, and much respect to the Yakim out there labored in his work, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect that are scattered across the four corners of the earth to USA. Shalom. So yeah, it's going to be another quick news and prophecy update. And pretty much, we're in a time of judgment. All right. There's a lot of stuff going on in the earth currently. And primarily right now over there in the east, there's scenarios that have been set up due to the Nord Stream pipeline and the event that just happened over there in Syria and Turkey with the earthquake. And also you just had another earthquake in Romania. I think it was like a 5.7, if I ain't mistaken. But you just had the senator over there in Romania talking shit about the West, pretty much blaming America for their HAARP machine, which was used to start the earthquakes. And so pretty much the sword is being unleashed, man. All right, Revelation 12:12 is kicking in, and we're starting to see these false flag events play out, man. All right, such as this one right here. So this from News Punch says, the new 9/11 cancer cloud spreading across U.S. after massive biological attack, media blackout. It goes on to say, those in the know are calling it Ohio's Chernobyl, or the new 9/11, as a toxic fallout from the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, continues to spread across the U.S., contaminating the air and the water. So yeah, and they saying that this is staged. The people are pissed off. We're gonna watch that video, maybe like 3 minutes of it, and these people they say that it's obvious that this was done on purpose. So let's read this right here. It says, according to Seal Caggiano, a hazmat expert who doesn't mince his words, the U.S. government nuked East Palestine, Ohio. See, the U.S. government has nuked East Palestine. So not only is the U.S. government waging war against other nations, against its own, allies, but it's also waging war against itself, man. So America's in self-destruct mode, and of course that's going to lead to this place being burned. But before that, this devil is going to come down with their wrath, as spoken about in Revelation 12:12, because he understands that he has to get his NWO completed. So Revelation 12:12 says, therefore rejoice ye heavens. And this is talking about the elect, man. It says, and ye that dwell in them. And why? Because the elect, for the most part, will be preserved from these upcoming said perils by Esau. But it says, woe or destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, such as the ones over there in Turkey. All right. There's almost, what, a 50 Ps. They're talking about the 50 Ps up there in Turkey, going on 60, something like that. Or they estimating, so that's a lot of people that died at one time, man. It's gonna get worse. So woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, man. For the devil, who was the devil? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So the Lord is separating the elect, the ones that have gathered faith for a treasure and dwell within the tabernacle of our Lord Yahushua, which is his truth. They're going to be protected. But for everyone else, it's over with, man. All right? Calamity after calamity. So let's view this video for like 3 minutes and then we'll get back into the scriptures.
Those in the know are calling it Ohio's Chernobyl, or the new 9/11, as the toxic fallout from the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, continues to spread across the US, contaminating the air and water. Dead fish are turning up in the area and other animals are dying after shady government officials arrived to inexplicably set fire to derailed train cars that contained uncured vinyl chloride, which is one of the most toxic substances known to man. Local residents are furious with the government for contaminating the air and water and attempting to cover up the event by downplaying the situation. This is a major ecological disaster happening in real time right now, affecting real people, and the disconnect from the Biden administration is very telling. We have to warn you, there is some very strong language in this video from a local man in Darlington, Pennsylvania, 7 miles from East Palestine, who is understandably furious with the people responsible for the fallout.
These aren't storm clouds. This is the shit that they burn off, the fucking shit they burn off in East Palestine. This is not fucking storm clouds. Look at it. This is over Darlington. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get out of here. I wish we could get the out of here. Mother
That one is through.
greedy mother impatient bitches. You could have waited. You could have cooled the tanks. You could have transferred the contents. You didn't have to do this. You did it because of time and money. That's exactly why you did it.
Ashley Munoz, who grew up in the area and whose parents still live nearby, provided this disturbing report about what's really happening on the ground. According to Ashley, there is a massive cover-up happening right now.
So with all this stuff going on in East Palestine, Ohio, with the Norfolk Southern train derailment, I grew up about 20 minutes from there in a small town called Latonia, and my parents still live up there. And I just talked to my mom, and she said that the river's contaminated up there. Livestock have been dying. They are evacuating some cows and other livestock to different areas of Ohio. That they were at Walmart a couple days ago, and they came outside and their cars were covered in almost like this tarry sawdust kind of thing. And she went for a walk recently outside, and her friend both felt really sick and short of breath. And basically the EPA and everybody went in, and the railroad told them to get out. So there seems like there's a cover up there. They're telling everybody on the local news that it's okay, but it's not okay. People are getting sick, animals are dying, things are tainted, and there's a cover up going on.
More and more local residents are coming to the conclusion that this was an intentional act. According to Sil Caggiano, a hazmat expert who doesn't mince his words, the US government nuked East Palestine.
We now know 3 more chemicals that were on board the Norfolk Southern train that derailed here in East Palestine just over a week ago. And we're being told that some of those chemicals are dangerous.
We basically nuked a town with chemicals so we could get a railroad open.
According to the locals, the way...
Yeah, so you Babylons are through. That nigga said, I wish I can get out of here. Ooh-wee. The beginning of sorrows, you know, but, this is why we've been out warning you Israelites, man, because the Lord is going to unleash the sword, all right? He is going to unleash the sword. And that's why we always get Psalm 17 and 13. It says, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shai, and disappoint him, Esau, and cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, okay? This is the man who is doing the Lord's dirty work on the left-hand side, causing all this mayhem, you know, by the way of the sword, the technology, the blessing that he has been given. He's living out his blessing. Going back to what Genesis, the 27th chapter, by the sword shall he live, okay? So that's being played out on a major scale right now. And we're just asking the Lord to hide us from the secret counsel of the wicked. All right, let's get Psalms 64 and verse 1. A psalm of David. It says, hear my voice, O power, and my prayer, and preserve my life from fear of the enemy, and hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, man. Okay, because they're coming for the Israelites. And if you don't have a hedge, then the Lord's going to let this man run through you, you see? So that's why obedience is the best thing going right now, okay, for the Israelites. But you still got Israelites who are rebelling, you know, against the order that was set up, and they're going to lead themselves with no hedge in that time, and they're ultimately going to be taken. They're going to succumb to the plagues. Let's get Ezekiel 12. Because that time is pretty much here. You know, the Passover's coming up in a few weeks, and things are cranking up, man. Matter of fact, verse 26. It says, again, the word of the Lord Yahweh by Shemel came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And that's the attitude of you jakes out there, man, who are still in this murder-type spirit. You got niggas throwing 90s parties and stuff, man. Not redeeming the time at all. All right? Niggas don't know what the MOTB is, man. They're saying that the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesied of the times that are far off. No, we tell you that the sword is on the way. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashmashah, that shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, what by the prophets, said the Lord power. Okay? So it's no longer tarrying. We're seeing the Lord put in work, man. Earthquake after earthquake. You know, droves of niggas dying. The Lord putting up, you know, finna put up 50 P's, 100 P's. You know, Wilt Chamberlain out this motherfucker. You know, it's gonna be mass people down like that. So there's a hedge here, man. There's a hedge in the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And we always get Psalm, the 91st chapter. All right. Matter of fact, before we get there, let's get Mark 13, because with Esau and the wrath that he's about to unleash, well, except the Lord, let's just read it. Mark 13 and 19. For in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which the Most High created unto this time, and neither shall be. And except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved. And that's why we're praying to the Lord to shorten the days, man, to sake the days short. Okay, so we can get up out of here. It says, no flesh should be saved, but for the elect's sake whom he hath chosen, he has shortened the days. Because if not, then we will all be taken by Esau's sword. All right, this man is about to lose his mind for real. Okay, so let's go back to Psalm 91, and then we'll just close it out. So Psalm 91 and verse 1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High. And what is the secret place? Well, that's within this secret counsel. All right, this truth, which is hidden from the masses. It says, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So you're going to be protected. I would say of the Lord Yahweh by Shemel Shai, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, the traps of Esau the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. Talking about the thermonuclear missiles. He shall cover thee with his feathers, be in the chariots, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. You see? So this truth is going to be the shield and buckler that's going to protect us from the advances of Esau. All right? So thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day, the missiles, nor for the pestilences that walketh in darkness. There's going to be all kinds of diseases out of here as well, man. It says, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Okay, that's talking about the thermonuclear destruction. 1,000 fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Okay, so only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Okay, and that's the ultimate goal. All right, we want to be delivered out of here to see the reward of Esau's kingdom being destroyed, you know. But first and foremost, we want to be delivered. All right. So yeah, the devil is coming down with great wrath, knowing that he has but a short time, and we ain't seen nothing yet. So with that, Lord willing, you're edified. Until next time, I say, Shalom.